mean, it was a competitive total, but if you looked at how we played, we were probably 15 short on what we could have got on that wicket. We probably had a few too many little cameos that we could have dragged on a little bit longer. 170 is competitive, but when you play a team with such quality, you're going to have to be very, very good in the field and with the ball to try and stop them getting that score, especially with the quality they've got within their team. I think, as I've said before, with the injuries, there's around the world, and talking to Paddy, who's the Indian physio as well, who's a very close friend of mine, there's an accepted number, which is around 15 to 20% of your squad, an acceptable injury rate, and we're well within that rate. So it looks like we've got a heap of injuries, but actually we're well within the rate. A lot of the injuries are just through a spike in workload. You know, the guys do work hard here at HPC, and they're good programs at HPC, but once they come and join us, that spike in workload is testing a few. So we just have to look at that, but we're well within the acceptable injury rates. I think first and foremost, we've got to put everything into perspective, because it's very easy to look at the series at face value. You know, we're a side that's developing, they're a side that are complete. So you've got to look at that initially. You've got to look at the quality that they've got in that side. You know, it's a side with immense quality. So it's always going to be tough to compete against them or to try and beat them. But we just needed to maybe compete a little bit more. I think it would be wrong of us not to learn off them. You know, they do so many things very, very well. You know, and most of them are just basics. You know, you see Virat how he runs between the wickets. You see what the respect he commands on the field as a leader. He's a role model to people, and he pulls people with him. You know, so when you look at the way they go about their work and the culture that Virat has created within that team, it's very, very impressive. You know, and if, you know, I'm sure it'll be a great compliment to him, but it's a fact. You know, you look at their team and they're very All Black-like. You know, there's a lot of respect for the facilities. There's a lot of respect for the opposition. They're ruthless in the way they go about their work, and they don't shirk work. Their work ethic is immense. You know, they are what a lot of teams aspire to be. And for us, I think the important thing is learning from our mistakes, but most importantly, learning from them.
What are your thoughts on one of T20Is in the series? Do you think one or two more games would have been a fairer assessment of how the team is?
I mean, it's been a very, very long series already. So, you know, you throw in a few more games, it just tends to drag. So, you know, we play the series as it's presented to us, you know, and it's up to the boards what they create for us. But you know, you've got to take every game and try and improve every game, whatever the format.
You said that developing team, but from South Africa earlier in the year, there's been a long string of losses now. If you look back maybe a year back, Australia series were a win, and there's not been a lot since then. If anything, the trend seems to be going downwards. So, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. You know, when you look at numbers and results on paper, it's a fact. You know, you take a young team to South Africa where they prepare the conditions to suit themselves, it's very tough. It's going to be very, very tough over there. A lot of good things were done in South Africa, you know, and yes, the results didn't go away. But you're 100% right. You know, at some point, you've got to put your hand up and you've got to say, look, this is a string of results. We need to move forward. We need to get better. You know, we've spoken about the consistency. We've got a lot of good players within this team, and it's just a matter of giving them the confidence and the belief that they are very, very good players and will become world-class players. But you know, I think it's a little bit of give from the coaching side, and there's a little bit of give to come from the player side to move forward.
Maybe the outstanding of this series, he once said in a press conference that you will not find him talking to the Indian camp about how to develop this side, this lacking experience. So did you get a chance to interact with them or get some tips from them?
You know, during a series, as I said, Patrick's a very, very close friend of mine. So I've spoken to him a lot over dinner, over coffee, etc. You know, these guys are very busy, the same as we are. So, you know, to encroach on their time, especially their leisure time, I don't want to do that. But I do get all the information that I'm looking for and the questions I'm asking. I get the answers from Paddy. They're not surprising answers. You know, it's what you'd expect, but it's just as impressive. You know, even if you're aware of what's going on and you think you're aware of what's going on from them, when you hear the way it actually works, it's very, very impressive. You know, it's not rocket science, but it's a discipline that's required across the board here.
I think Gulbarga has taken a break from Test cricket for 6 months. What's the reason behind that?
Ask Upal.
Was it not discussed with you all?
I think you need to ask Upal that, yeah. I think that's true anywhere in the world with any sport. The player that's in the team is in better form at that point in time, or is a player of better quality at that point in time. So, you know, the person coming in very often is not going to be in the same league as the person who got injured. That's the nature of sport around the world. You know, what we're doing now is to try and create a quality within the team, but B, a depth that when we do get injuries, that you know, the people that come in can do a job for us. That's just.
I think you spoke about how this team being young, and Antibiotics is one of your genuine confidence and senior players. How disappointing is the team and as well as Angelo with the contributions that he has made throughout the series?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a funny one because you need to look at the dynamic. It's very tough on Angie as well. You know, when you're a senior player and obviously the opposition number one target you, then you have that pressure of being the senior player to perform. You know, it's very, very tough. Angie's a world-class cricketer, and I don't think we should ever judge any person on a short spate of games. You know, as I mean, we're all cliched about it, but form is temporary. Angie's a class cricketer, so there's no doubt that very soon, and he's also, outside of being a class cricketer, is a very, very intelligent man. So he'll go back, work on it. We'll have discussions, but I have no issues with Ange. Thanks, guys.
Still now it's very challenging for me, and as well as very happy with the team performance, and individually also I'm very happy. I got the chance in test match, the last test match I performed well. In ODIs I played the last 2 ODIs, performed well in the last T20 as well. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah, you know, as a player, you have to perform every game. It's you know, it's a pressure game, so everyone has to rotate. You know, rotating players. So coaches and captain decided to rotate the players, and I'm very happy with the policy. And you know, you have to give credit to coach and captain for that. And to you know, the World Cup is coming, so they wanted to try everyone, so I'm very happy with it.
Thank you. Chetan?
काफ़ी अच्छा रहा लास्ट गेम अच्छा रहा क्योंकि अगर 2 लेग स्पिनर खेलते हैं तो अपॉर्चुनिटी ज़्यादा होती है विकेट निकालने की, जैसे कि T20 में भी हुआ तो 5 विकेट निकाले दोनों ने मिलके। तो ऑब्वियसली अगर 2 लेग स्पिनर खेलते हैं तो चांसेस रहते हैं विकेट निकालने के। और अगर आप पार्टनरशिप में बॉल डाल रहे हैं तो उतना ही डिफ़िकल्ट है बैटिंग साइड के लिए कि आप पे रन करना।
This was a one-off T20I. There was a one-off T20I against West Indies few weeks back. So, what do you, in this context, what do you think about playing these one-off T20Is and now that this match was a lot more competitive than the other few matches, do you think there should have been more games in this T20I series?
Yeah, obviously, if you play 3 4 games like a series, it's good for the team, for the opposition also, for the home team as well as. So I'm looking forward for the next series. You know, the Australia is coming, so there are three T20 games against New Zealand also. So I'm very happy with that BCCI has decided to, you know, to not only only T20, probably a series of 3 games.
Sir?
You feel the Sri Lanka test totally serious over there?
Look, I don't know about that. What they are, what's their plan? But moreover, I'm actually focusing on my bowling. So what are the areas I have to improve rather than thinking about what they are doing. So just for me, just you know, just to focus on myself rather than rather than the opposition what they are thinking. But you know, just to keep working hard as a bowler. Just what you have, what you know what's your strength is. Just working on that only. That's my prospect.
One of the captain obviously is the phenomenal from last 2 matches. He won the match in that day also. So how does it feel like to be a part of this team where you have such an inspirational captain like that?
Yeah, look, he's he's a leader. He's a, you know, he just he lead from the front. So he gave you everything what you want in the field also. When I was bowling, just he just came to me, just every time he just came to me and just asked me what's your field. And that's a bowler. That's what bowler want. That freedom wants. So I think Virat Bhai is giving tremendous support throughout the series in the test as well as in the ODIs and the T20. So I'm very happy with the with the with this kind of team unit and as well as the leader. No, not really.
How does Virat as a captain pushes you people for being a better fielder or being a better woodman as such? How do you think he is pushing you in this?
Yeah, look, like I said, he is a leader, so he leads from the front. As you see in the field also, he throw himself every part of of the field. So it's a motivation for us to become a one step better what we are. So just what we see to improve 1% at what we are. So just we see what he is doing in the training also, in the nets, in the off the field also. So just it's a one factor we're looking for, and I'm very happy that he talks to younger boys to what we want and what really need. So I'm very happy with it.